Hello guys, I'm the Ant Warrior and today I'm going to be showing you my Formica Fusca queen. I'm also going to be feeding her a drop of clear honey. I caught this queen at a place called Hardcastle Crags, where I also found a Formica rufa queen. Formica rufa queens are usually called wood ants because of their large pine thatched nests. Now let's open the test tube to see the Formica Fusca queen. She has a small pile of eggs, and I don't know if you can see it yet, but she actually has an egg on her gaster. So I think when that hatches it'll crawl off her, or she might roll around and it might fall off. But if you can see, there's a little white spot on her gaster, and I've made sure it's not a mite, so don't be worried. But it is a little egg. Now I'm going to grab some cotton to close up the test tube, because what I've found with Formica queens is they're very skittish and will literally leg it out of the test tube any chance we get. Here's a bit of a close-up of the queen. I don't know if you can see her small pile of eggs there in her mandibles. If queens ever carry around their eggs, just make sure you don't think that they're eating their eggs. They actually clean their eggs with their mandibles and their mouths, and you can also see them stroking them with their antennae, which is really cool to witness. Here I have some tinfoil, and you can find this in pretty much every kitchen nowadays. And I'm going to use this because I'm going to make it into like almost a little plate, so I can put the honey on top of it and the honey doesn't get on the tube or maybe drown the queen. So it's almost like the queen's personal plate. I've made the tinfoil into like a little plate, and now I'm going to put the honey on the plate, and I'm just going to try and get this honey off the table. I'm going to have to wipe that down after the video, but I'm just basically going to try and like wipe it with these little cotton pads, because they're really useful. Like, you can also use them instead of cotton balls if you don't have any cotton balls for test tube setups, which is what I've used for all of my ants because I can never find any in the shops. So they do work just as well, but they're just really hard to make into a little ball because you have to rip it. So I'm just going to open the test tube and put the plate in. So hopefully the queen will actually eat the honey. I do think it's a tiny bit big, but I can always make another one. But I'm just going to put the test tube stopper back in and let the queen do what she wants. I've made a smaller plate because the other one seemed a little big for the test tube, so the queen wouldn't really have too much space to move around. And I almost curved it and made it a lot smaller. And instead of doing the thing that I did before and turning the tub upside down and like squeezing it, I squeezed it onto a tiny Q-tip and then I just dripped it onto the plate. This way I didn't get a giant puddle of honey. Now we've opened the test tube, we can get the plate and put it in, so she'll have a lot more room to move her eggs around or move herself around because she's got a giant gaster, so it's going to need a bit of room for her to move. But hopefully a giant gaster means a ton of eggs to come. She already has a pile of about 10, which is quite a big pile of eggs. I did get a bit of honey on my tweezers, but I easily wiped that honey off with one of my cotton pads. So I'm just going to try and push the plate in with a little Q-tip because it's kind of on the edge. You can also use your tweezers if you want. It's just mine had a bit of honey on them. Or you could all use the stopper that you used to close the test tube up as well if you want. Now we've sealed the tube off, and I'm just going to cover it back up with the sleeve of tinfoil so she has some privacy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I upload every Thursday, so make sure you watch each video, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!